What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. Now, with this video, we are jumping back into the Milestone universe, and we are getting into Icon and Rocket, issue number 4. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with this issue, if you haven't been keeping up with the Milestone universe, go ahead, check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on in this line. Now, if you are new to Icon and Rocket, this is the perfect line for you. If you are an old-time fan, you might be interested in checking out this line to see the small retcons that they have going out through this line. But more than anything, this is reviving our African-American superhero lineup, bringing Milestone Universe back to the forefront, giving us a whole fresh new take on it, being able to introduce them to a whole new generation of comic book readers. Now, in the last issue of Icon and Rocket, we have seen Icon and Rocket going around and helping people, saving the day, doing the heroism thing. And because of this is causing a lot of individuals to get very upset with Icon. So much so that they are sending an assassin that goes by the name of Benedict Lord. And he is the Manhunter from Mars. And he has already taken down Icon once. And now it is time for him to do it again. And so with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we are picking up with Benedict Lord, aka the Manhunter from Mars. Obviously, a kind of take on Martian Manhunter. And he has Rocket's mother in his hands, threatening to kill her. We have Xiomara coming in, the equivalent to DC Comics Wonder Woman. She came in to try to save the day, cutting off one of the arms. The situation looks extremely dire for them. But from outside the window, we see the heat vision coming in, and that is because Icon has made his arrival, giving Xiomara the opportunity to behead this alien. They don't have much time because the head will grow back. But our amazing woman, she grabs hold of Rocket's mother and she jumps out the window. As she jumps out, Icon and Rocket, they are on the scene and they are getting ready to take down Benedict Lord. With his head coming back, with him now fully formed again, Benedict Lord, he jumps out the window and our battle begins. With Icon going in and not pulling any punches, he is trying everything in his power to take this guy down. Meanwhile, Rocket is going to investigate who this lady with the sword is. This amazing woman who just jumped out of a 5-story building, landed perfectly fine, was able to take on this alien. Like, who is she and why is she here helping my mother? Now, as these two sit here and argue, really trying to figure out who she is, why she has a hold of her mother, she tells Rocket that she is here to help her mother, and she is also here to train her. That she has been tasked with protecting her mother until Rocket is trained up enough yet. And this is where we see Icon coming down with Benedict Lord, smashing into the concrete. Now this is where Rocket takes the opportunity. She runs over and she kicks Benedict Lord straight up into the sky. He goes flying off, Icon in hot pursuit behind him. Now Icon is not happy about this. He is not happy that Rocket just yeeted this dude across the city, because she is not taking into account the civilian lives that she is putting in risk every time she does something like that. The job is to minimize civilian casualties. And by being reckless, by being dangerous like this, you are putting the lives of many, many people in jeopardy. Now, while all of this is transpiring, inside the barbershop, we have people, talking about who the greatest athlete of all time is. Some saying Michael Jordan, some saying Bo Jackson, some saying LeBron James. The list goes on and on, the argument goes on and on, but while they're sitting here arguing, they hear a noise. At least one of them does. Not really sure what that noise is, not really sure where that noise is coming from, but almost instantaneously, we see dropping down through the ceiling into this barbershop, we have Icon and Benedict Lord. And Icon is really just giving him the business. He is doing everything he can to put Benedict Lord down into the ground. Catching him on fire, we see Benedict Lord, he goes to make a run for it. As he tries to make his escape with Icon getting hit and on the ground, Rocket comes out and tells some of the local gangsters that they need to go shoot that dude up. Now they run over there and they unload everything they have, but these bullets, they ricochet, they go in the opposite direction. Rocket had absolutely no clue that this guy was essentially bulletproof. And so she tells all of the guys, since you have such horrible aim, really just blaming them for the situation, she tells all of them, go ahead and shoot me. Now, all of them looking at her completely and utterly confused. They make sure that is exactly what she wants, and so they start unloading on her. All of the bullets stopping, but also she is gathering all of this kinetic energy up. Building all of this energy up, she goes over to Benedict Lord, and she goes to knock this guy for a loop. But just like that, he takes off and he disappears into the sky. And so with this fight being over, Rocket, she runs over to Icon to check on him to ensure that he is alright. With him obviously taking some kind of a beating, half of his face is in his regular alien form, and it's going to take a minute for him to heal up. But recognizing that so many aliens have a human disguise, she has to ask, how many are there? How many aliens are actually on this planet? And Icon lets him know that there are not many of them. And that is more specifically because of Benedict Lord. Because the Manhunter from Mars ensures that there are not aliens that stay here that they do not want. And we see in the sky Xiomara making her way, trying to track down this alien, trying to track down Benedict Lord. And one very unique thing about her is that she is telepathic. So she can hear your thoughts, she can read your thoughts, she can talk to you from far distances. And we really don't know the limit of her power in this regard. One thing that sets her very much aside from the Wonder Woman of DC Comics. But with this fight now being over, they go over to the mother of Rocket and they go to have a conversation, because up to this point, Rocket's mother had absolutely no clue that she was a superhero, that she was hanging out with a black alien from another planet. And so obviously she has tons and tons of questions, but before she can get answers to these questions, they need to get her to a safe and secure location. With Benedict Lord out there and whoever he is working for, they have to ensure her mother's safety before they can go into any more detail about what is going on. And so as they take off into the sky, as Icon reassures them that their pictures will not be taken because of the technology that Rocket is wearing. And as they get up into the sky, the questions start getting answered, letting her know that he has been here for quite some time, that he has lived for a very long time. Though time is very different from theirs, he has been on Earth since the beginning of the Civil War. And of course, her first question, the first thing she asks is, why didn't you stop slavery? And his response is, believe me, I tried. Now she has to ask the question, if you are an alien from another world, why did you pick Earth? Why are you still on Earth? And he lets her know that the only reason he is still here is because Earth's technology has not reached a point yet where he would be able to go home. But once Earth's technology reaches that point, he has every intention of leaving. Now Rocket had no clue of this, so this is absolutely news to her. And she is absolutely shocked by this, saying that you're gonna leave one day, why wouldn't you tell me this? The mother asking, what exactly are your plans for my daughter if you have every intention of leaving this planet one day? And Icon lets us know that this planet, it desperately needs some kind of leadership. If it's ever going to join the rest of the civilized galaxy, it needs somebody who is going to unite everybody under one banner. And that individual, Icon firmly believes, is going to be Rocket. That if anybody has the potential to be able to do such a feat, it would be her. And he's not talking about President of the United States. He's talking about unifying the entire planet beyond petty tribalisms. Now, as her mother continues to just give him the fifth degree, asking him every question she can possibly think of, they end up going down into the ocean, going underwater. We find ourselves in an underwater hideout, one of many that Icon has all around the planet, believing this to be a safe and secure location at least until they find Benedict Lord and bring him to justice. And as they get into this facility, Rocket's mother, she really only has one thing to say, and that's thank you. Thank you for everything that you have done for my daughter, for the people, for your community. And at the end of the day, Icon says, I appreciate that, but this was all your daughter's idea. She is the one that came to me with this. She is even the one that created our costumes. And so if you're going to thank anybody, you should probably be thanking her. Now, this is where we pick up with Xiomara. And her ship, it is landing at some kind of secret facility we don't know where is. Upon arriving, there are two individuals asking if she was able to locate Benedict Lord. Losing his trail, they ask about the girl. They ask about Rocket, saying that she has huge potential and that they should bring her in for some kind of training. Now, picking up elsewhere, we have a bunch of individuals getting together because the American assassin known as Benedict Lord failed to take down Icon and Rocket. And because of that, they are now planning to send in their own forces, their own assassins, to deal with this situation. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. So far I have thoroughly been enjoying everything that has been coming out of the Milestone universe, and that includes Icon and Rocket. I really do enjoy their dynamic. Icon never really wanting to be a superhero, never really trying to do the superhero thing. That is until Rocket came along and more or less demanded that with all of his power, with all of his ability, that he go out there and he makes some kind of difference in the world. And ever since then, that is exactly what they have been doing. Only that comes with huge consequences, huge ramifications, and that is governments all around the world, secret societies, criminal organizations, they now have their targets locked on Icon and Rocket, and they are going to do anything and everything they possibly can to ensure that they get brought down, because they are interfering in too much of their business. Too much of their money is being taken away, and they are simply not going to have it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you have not yet, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out, and until the next breakdown.